All right, it's February 27th, Saturday. Probably doesn't mean much to you guys. Nope. Kind of forgot about time and so these two are heading up. Got another, I don't know, 2,000 some miles.
Thanks, guy.
Yep. Enjoyed the 70 miles with you two. Appreciate the time and the lessons I've learned. Best of luck to you guys. I miss you guys, and I don't know, it was a good week. I'll hopefully see you by Mount Cotton. We'll probably beat them there, but
yeah, we may try to summit together.
Yeah.
You never know.
I'm wearing
Air
glasses
Force
'cause
guys.
I'm crying right now.
Air Force guys have to stick together.
Yeah. But seriously, good luck to both of you guys, and gonna miss you. Yeah, I think I had some other stuff I was thinking about 3 a.m. and I forgot it all. So we'll go with that. But Hermit, Rocket Man, good luck, guys.
Have an awesome weekend. Okay, welcome back to the channel, everyone. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed and watched my videos and have sent me comments. I cannot tell you how encouraging and motivating it is to wake up each morning or end the day on the trail and see some of the comments. It really helps keep me going, especially when the going gets tough. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is going to be the first video of 16 that recognize each of the fallen OSI heroes, as I mentioned in previous videos. But before we get into that, just a few housekeeping items I want to address. First, with the charity, thank you for everyone who has donated. The president of the charity reached out to me recently and told me the figure that was raised so far. And to be honest, I was shocked. I thought it was going to be much higher just with the amount of messages that I have personally received from friends, family, and others. So I'm a little concerned that either people are not donating to the right charity, or they're donating to the right charity but aren't mentioning the channel in my name, which isn't a huge deal, but it would be nice to know the amount that's raised at the end of this through hike. So first and foremost, make sure you go to Legacy for Our Fallen. Here's the link. There is another charity out there called Fallen Not Forgotten, and I'm sure that their cause is just as good, but if you want to donate to the one that I'm hiking for, make sure it's the correct one. We're working to get a link that I can put on the page where people can just hit it and make it easier, so hopefully that'll work out. I really believe that the success of the charity and donations is going to completely depend on how often and how many viewers see these videos. The more we reach, the more donations that we'll get. So I need your help with that. So a few months ago, I reached out to OSI headquarters and let them know what I was doing with this hike, and I asked for any and all information about all of our fallen. I specifically asked for information not contained in their biographies. Anyone who knows me and anyone who's worked with me knows that I'm much more about understanding who people are, and you can't really capture that in just a biography of, you know, dates and accomplishments and things like that. So what did they do? They sent me their biographies. I did have a conversation with someone who promised me additional information, because my intention with these videos is to share exactly who these people are and ensure that their legacy lives on. Unfortunately, didn't come to fruition. I don't have anything other than their biographies, so that's what I'm going to be sharing today with the first video. But I'm hoping, I've reached out to another person who I know follows through with what he says he's going to do, so I'm still hopeful that there's information out there that I can share with you. If I sound like I'm frustrated, it's because I am. It kind of just blows my mind that we have a headquarters and in an organization like this with so many directorates and so many people, and it should not be this difficult to get this information. I just hope that there is an office out there that has all of the information about all of our fallen that I can share with everyone. If there isn't, I think that that's a big foul on OSI, and I can say that because I'm retired now, and I don't really care about any repercussions. So I'm really hoping that it's out there, and I just don't have the information. But let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this video is going to contain everything on trail from where we picked off when my brother got off. But before we get into that, I'm going to share with you a little bit about Special Agent Lee Hitchcock. He was the first special agent in OSI to pay the ultimate sacrifice. He was a commissioned officer, originally from South Bend, Indiana. He attended Purdue University, and he was an Air Force ROTC graduate. So he got his commission as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force back in January of 1963. His first assignment, he went to Norton Air Force Base, California, and he was an agent trainee there, and he served there for a little while, and then he went to Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, and I was actually stationed there myself. He just worked general crime investigations there until he was deployed to the Republic of Vietnam. This was in 1957. When he got there, he reported to the OSI Detachment 5008 in Pleiku, Vietnam. I might be saying that wrong. I don't really know the pronunciation, but he was actually the detachment commander of that unit. And one of the things that is similar to how we operate now in the deployed environment, in the contingency operations, is sometimes OSI isn't located on the air base or the Air Force base. A lot of what we do is outside the wire, and that was the case with Special Agent Hitchcock. His unit was located in a villa about 8 miles from the air base in Pleiku City. Now, in the early morning hours of September 10th, 1967, the villa came under attack by the Viet Cong. These Viet Cong guerrillas shot a South Vietnamese sentry at the front of the OSI building, and then mounted a 20mm rocket and attacked the villa, and it directly hit Special Agent Hitchcock's bedroom as he was moving to the door to escape. He unfortunately died shortly after from the wounds sustained in the attack. Agent Hitchcock was given the Bronze Star with Valor for consistently demonstrating his professional ability and sound judgment with the duties that he executed there in Vietnam. There's now an award named after Special Agent Hitchcock. It's called the Lee C Hitchcock Award, and it's given to the student attaining the highest average scores at the OSI Special Investigations School, named in his honor, which is pretty cool. So that's really the information that I know and have about Special Agent Hitchcock. If there are any family members or friends or anyone who personally knew him that can share a little bit more about him, I am happy to share that in future videos. I can tell you, so far, there have been people that have seen my videos and what I am doing, and I have received at least one message from someone that knew an agent that I'll be talking about in a future video. So that is exactly what I'm looking for. I want to know a little bit more about who these people were, so I can share that and ensure they are not forgotten. And that's the name of the charity, after all, Fallen Not Forgotten. So on that note, this video is dedicated to Special Agent Hitchcock. We will always remember, and thank you for your service and ultimate sacrifice to our country. With that, I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you enjoy the trail. I apologize, it's not going to be as funny as the first one with Oopsie Daisy and myself. I can't be like that by myself in the woods. It's just weird. One more note, I am going by the name of Captain America now. I know Oopsie Daisy announced that my trail name was Hermit, but that's changed because I stayed at a hostel in Franklin, and everyone at the breakfast table said They wanted to call me Captain America, so I'm gonna let the trail speak, and that's what I'm going with. So I included pretty much every clip that I filmed on the trail this last week. I'm not editing anything out. There are a few clips I was hesitant to share, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. At times I get emotional, at times I get stressed out or freaked out with certain things. But I'm putting myself out there to hopefully give you guys as much of the same experience virtually as I'm having on the trail. One more thing, a few days ago, something really cool happened. I started hiking with this gentleman named Rapture, and he saw my OSI Fallen Heroes patch on the back of my backpack, and he said he's listening to a podcast called Spycast. He asked me if I knew about it or heard the episode about OSI, and I had absolutely no clue what he was talking about. So I went on Spotify and listened to it on the trail, and I know I touched on our mission a little bit in the first video, but I really didn't get into the weeds or the details of what exactly we do. For any of you out there who are interested in our mission and what we do, that's a pretty good podcast that discusses primarily our counterintelligence mission, but our OSI executive director and our director of special projects are interviewed in that podcast, and they do a great job breaking it down. It's a 2-part series. I haven't listened to the second part because I can't find it, and I'm hoping they get a little bit more into the weeds and talk about more recent cases, and I'm really hoping that they include like a field special agent instead of just the senior leadership of OSI. So it helps share the story. We don't usually do a great job at publicizing what we do. Case in point being, I had no idea that this thing even existed, and it took me hiking 165 miles on the Appalachian Trail to find out about it, but thought I would share that with you guys. All right, guys, enjoy. Today, so that wasn't fun saying bye to Whoopsie Daisy. I know the videos from here on out are not going to be quite as entertaining. There's only 3 people really that I am comfortable acting like a fool around. He's one of them. My other brother Sam is one of them, and my good friend from Ireland, Jeff Dunnigan. I can act like an idiot around him too, but who knows, maybe I'll meet someone else out here and keep the shenanigans going. More to come. I'm about to cross from Georgia into North Carolina. I can officially say I've walked from one state to the next. 78.1 miles. Oopsie daisy, wish you were with us. It's a good feeling, good milestone. We're gonna have plenty more to come, but it's good to reach this point. So, heard a lot of things about North Kakalaki. It's not gonna get easier. We're gonna have some climbs, but it's gonna be fun. Been hiking a lot of the day with Rocket Man here. I think he's just going slow to make me feel better. But we're a couple miles from the shelter, and we'll see what's next. More to come. So 1 state down, 13 to go. North Carolina greeted me with quite the climb. So 2 very steep 400-foot climbs right when you cross the border. But it's beautiful. We got some gorgeous views behind me on either side, actually. Just walking on a ridge. I love it. Just got to Musk Creek Gap Shelter. First one's here, first one's here. All right, I am at the Muskrat Creek Shelter. Got all set up in the shelter. It's a pretty small shelter. It only fits like 4. Was the first to arrive with Rocket Man, and then Spicy Brown showed up shortly after that. Got all set up, and then went to hang our lines for our bear bags. And Spicy Brown wanted me to show him the PCT method. So I chose a branch. It's behind me. I know you're not really going to be able to see it that well, but threw the line, got it all set up, and then as I was pulling my food bag up, right when it got to the top of the branch, it didn't move anymore, so it was stuck. I've never had that really happen. It looks like it twisted a few times, and then somehow the moss on the branch, I mean, I really don't know what happened, but we spent a good hour trying to get that bag down. Anything from almost climbing a tree. I did climb one tree next to it to see if I could pull the branch down and maybe break it. That didn't work. Got this huge long stick. You can probably see it right there. Tried to bat the food bag down. That didn't work. So what ended up happening, I can't even describe how this worked, but Rocket Man took his line and he threw, it was like a 1 in a million shot. So he threw his line through the loop of my bear bag here and was able to get enough leverage to pull it back down. So it was crazy. I wouldn't have starved. I'm sure they would have given me food and whatnot, but it was not a good start to the day or end to the day. And this is kind of what I talked about in my first videos, where I'm going to encounter things like this, where I'll have certain challenges and I just got to get through them. So very thankful that Rocket Man figured it out and I got my food bag down. Other than that, this is going to conclude the day. Weather's supposed to make a turn for the worse, so hopefully it won't be too bad in the shelter, but it's a little crammed in there. But it's always something. More to come. All right, just left Muskrat Creek Shelter. Gonna head roughly 12 miles to Carter Gap Shelter. I think that's what the majority of people are doing. And then the next day will be another resupply in Franklin, North Carolina. Once again, didn't get any sleep last night in the shelter, even though there were only 3 of us. I'm hoping I can work that out, because this is getting tough without getting any sleep and hiking all day. So I'm not sure what to do, but we'll see. I don't know what it is this morning, but I don't know, just miss my brother a lot. I had a awesome week with him that I'm never gonna forget. It's just a different experience out here now. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm filming this. I guess because I want to remember, and if I do share this, that I share with you that we go through a wide range of emotions out here. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing changing as far as my morale and my focus and my goals and my determination to complete this trail. So just I miss him. It was awesome starting with him, but I think in other ways it's just hard going from that to, you know, doing this by myself. Not that there aren't any other people around me, but it's just different. It's hard to really explain. That, and I have had zero sleep, so I'm sure that has something to do with it too. But we'll figure it out. Got extremely windy. I don't know if you can hear me. First big scare. I heard this tree cracking, which you often do when you're hiking, but nothing ever happens. But I thought there may have been a bear in the tree or something, so I stopped. And then it started coming down at me, and it fell, so I had to run. I fell. I hauled ass and fell down right there, if you could see the disturbed ground. That scared the crap out of me. It came down right in front of me. Whew. Close call. Pretty cool section. Walking through a tunnel of willow trees. I think they're willow trees. Waiting for a troll to pop out. First view in quite a while. Decided to not stay at Carter's Gap shelter and press on about 4 more miles. Okay, made it to Betty's Creek Gap. We're going to tent for the night. Rocket Man is set up over there. Really big Widowmaker right there. So definitely not going to set up the tent there. I found a spot just a few steps away. Luckily we're out of the wind. We had a lot of wind today. But this is my home for the night after a 16-mile day. Feet are hurting.
So much for sleep. It's been pouring all night. Tent's doing okay.
Alright, this was camp last night. I just tore it down. We had rain starting at around 2 or 3 a.m. What you see there was a big pond underneath my tent. So the tent's now attached to my pack. We're gonna try and get out and make it to Franklin, North Carolina today, about 12 miles. Straight down. straight up. Climbing to the top of the fire tower. Extremely windy and extremely cold. So just quick lesson learned from last night getting poured on. I need to look better at my campsites for where I pitched my tent. It was clearly a lower elevation from the trail, so all the water just came down to where I put my tent. So I woke up, well, I didn't wake up because I really never fell asleep, but at around 2 or 3, I felt the bottom of my tent floor, and it was like a waterbed, which sucked, but pretty impressed with the tent as far as keeping water out. There was a little bit just from backsplash, just because it was pouring so hard, but hoping to get to hostel, and hopefully they have like a garage or something to where I can dry all this stuff out before getting back on trail tomorrow. So it won't be a Nero since we're doing 12 today, and tomorrow plan to get right back on. More to come. No, it probably won't capture it, but man, this slope is extremely steep. Not a lot of room on the trail, too. Got some nice blue mountains over there, though. Just past Wallace Gap. Made a short climb, steep climb, but short. Up to the top, and these are the views to the right. Just a little over a mile to Winding Stair, where our pickup for the hostel will be.
Yeah, this is strawberry, banana, yogurt, scrambled eggs. Self-explanatory.
Wow.
All right, just finishing up at Chica and Sunset's hostel. He just dropped us off. Where are we? Winding Stair? Winding Stair Gap. About to head north about 15 miles. I cannot give them enough thumbs up. Awesome hostel, great spread, great people. So please give them a shout. Thank you for everything, man.
You got it.
All right, just a couple miles up from Winding Stair. I can't tell you guys enough how awesome of an experience that was at Chica and Sunset's hostel. I'm a pretty introverted guy, but that was really cool. And at breakfast this morning, they passed out a little piece of paper to each of us, and we all found out that a trail angel comped our room. So someone I didn't even know paid for my room and everything. This trail is amazing in that regard. I mean, I am definitely slowly regaining my faith in humanity. If you need a little bit of that in your life, I would encourage all of you to get out here on the AT, even if it's just for a little bit. Everyone takes care of each other, and I definitely hope to pay that forward, and hopefully someone else can benefit. that's been something I do. So I'll be looking for those opportunities. We'll also at breakfast, there was a general consensus I need to change my trail name. Everyone said that I should be called Captain America. So, sorry, Oopsie Daisy. I'm letting the trail speak, and I think I'm just gonna go with that. Since I've heard this multiple times, from here on out. My trail name, Captain America. Yes, even though I'm not a captain. Ben, Oopsie Daisy, you're a lieutenant, I know. You don't want to be outranked, but I am your older brother, and you're not here. So, sorry. Fairly clear out. This is the first bald. There's many to come. This is a pretty steep climb up the trail. Spur going up far enough to reach the top. So I'm turning my 15-mile day probably into more like 16 miles, but I heard that there's 360-degree views up here. You can see it's already gorgeous. I'm a complete idiot. Instead of dropping my pack, I carried it all the way up here. But I am the only person up here. Check this out. So Rocket Man's taking a 0 today to help his shin splints that he's having. But I sent that video of all that stuff on the trail to him. He let Sunsets and Chica know, and they reported it to the local hiking club and the ATC. So hopefully nothing bad happened. All right, just made it up Wila Bald. Holy moly. Check this out. Alright, so earlier I was on Siler Bald. That was a few hours ago, and that was right there. Down there is Franklin. That's where I stayed last night. And off this way is the Smokies. Hopefully I'll be knocking out here in the next 7 days or so. Okay, so 2 days ago when I hit 100 miles, that was Albert Peak, which is right there. The day before that, Standing Indian is right there. Pretty cool to be able to look back and see the progress we've done. Alright, leaving Wila Bald, heading to Cold Spring Shelter area. It's about 5.7 miles. Gorgeous views up here. Well, that was a very cold, windy, rainy, snowy, sleety night. Obviously didn't get any sleep, but check that backdrop out. That's what I get to see out of my tent this morning. Phenomenal. All right, beautiful morning. Halfway into my hike for the day. Just got to Lesser Bald Fire Tower. So, gonna climb these stairs, just what I want to do. Knock down there. Not really sure what to expect. I know they have bunkhouses, but I am hoping I can get a single room because I need some sleep if I'm going to be doing 2 15-mile days to get to Fontana Dam Lodge. So we'll see. All right, 6:50. I'm about to leave the knock. Got a 16-mile day. Oh, who is that ugly guy? So, in case you are staying at the knock and want to know how it is, it's 39 bucks a night. This is what you get. Wall outlets, heat, and a window. There's a shower house and bath house. Close, but it's pretty much just a room. You gotta use your own sleeping bag, pillow, pad, all that. But not bad for 39 bucks. And they have a restaurant where you can stuff your face, like I did last night. And I am packing out my leftover pizza for lunch. Don't judge. I just finished a 6+ mile incline after the knock. It's a little bit colder up here, and I dropped my hoodie but I'm not even halfway for the day. I'm trying for 16 today. That way I can get to Fontana Dam tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take a 0 there or just try to push through the Smokies, but the weather's looking good, so I don't wanna miss that opportunity. So we'll see. Feeling good so far. I was hurting yesterday, and it was only a 12-mile day, but so I think it's just gonna depend on how I feel. But I don't know. I guess it is what it is. Wasn't too impressed with it, but it's cheap, so you can't expect much. But it was nice to get a few hours sleep in the bunkhouse. But gorgeous day, just chilly. All right, reached another bald. This one's nice. Yesterday was right here, and that is Wesser Bald. And then if you remember Trey Mountain, which was what I hiked with my brother after Unicoi Gap, that is way off right there. I think maybe 50, 60 miles away from where we are right now. In a straight line. We're at mile, what did you say, 140? 145 right now. Chioa Bald. Probably the best views I've had so far. So I was just told by 2 day hikers that Fresh Ground is up at the next gap with Trail Magic. For those of you who don't know who he is, he owns Leapfrog Cafe, which is all donation based. He's like the trail angel of all trail angels. He just travels up and down with his mobile unit and then cooks for hikers. So pretty happy. I just missed him at Neil's Gap during the first week, so I'm pretty happy to hopefully get to meet him. But I am kind of pissed because I still have the 2 pieces of pizza in my pack that I've been hiking with all day. I'm pretty sure that won't keep for 2 days. So I'm probably still gonna have to eat that, but maybe I do need water. I haven't had water for a few miles and I didn't plan that well today, so we'll see. More to come. And that looks like Fresh Ground. All right, y'all, I'm here with Leapfrog.
Fresh Ground.
Or Fresh Ground. He owns Leapfrog Cafe.
That's right.
He is the trail angel of all trail angels, travels around the AT, supporting hikers. Look at the spread that he puts on for everyone.
Got spaghetti right now.
All donation based. Please look him up. Consider donating.
And I just run it. The donors keep this thing going, so
Okay.
I can't take credit for that.
Well-
Got to give them credit, you know.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for what you do.
See y'all.
All right, I've made it to Fontana Dam Lodge. I'm going to 0 tomorrow, so here for 2 nights. Give my body a break and hopefully get some good sleep. All right, quick secret for fellow thru hikers at Fontana. Come downstairs. this door right here, there's some hiker boxes. So I'd encourage you to look through this before going to the store and paying a lot. See if anything suits your needs. I'm gonna be dropping off. I'll just drop it. Half of a fuel canister. You're welcome. All right, everyone, that's gonna do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Special Agent Hitchcock, till Valhalla. Happy trails, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I wanna stand tall, but I feel like I'm losing this war. How can I stand my ground when I'm